My dear friends, every Sunday I give a reflection to you. This Sunday falls on the 14th of September and it happens to be a very special feast, namely the Exaltation of the cross. What does exaltation mean? Which means triumph of the cross. And why do we call it triumph? Because Jesus was crucified. He died on a cross. And through that cross, He brought victory to the world. Victory over evil forever. So that you and I may learn from Him that we too must walk in His footprints and accept the crosses that are given to us. Cross may be a victory sign, but it is not something that we can relish. When we talk about cross, we are talking of injustice. We are talking about pain. We are talking about torture. And that is exactly what it was. And therefore in the Old Testament it is said, "Cursed be the man who hangs on a cross." Because even the worst people were given the cross, not others. People who were killed such a way that others were made an example. Therefore, those who followed Jesus Christ never exhibited a cross. It was only after 300 years when Constantine became the emperor that he brought this symbol, the cross, as a sign of victory. And how did this all happen? His mother Helena, she went in search of the cross. And finally, when she found the actual cross, she brought it triumphantly and showed that it is not a sign of defeat, but a sign of victory. And that is how this feast came to be celebrated. Dear friends, we see these crosses everywhere today. It is through that sign we know there is a Christianity there. Whether it is a house, whether it is the convent, whether it is the church, or even in the way people wear the chains, there are crosses everywhere. Glittering crosses. Crosses made out of gold and diamond. Crosses which are made by different shapes. But what was the original cross? The original cross was just a wooden piece on which Jesus, the innocent man, was hanged by his own people because he stood for truth. When Pilate asked him, "Who are you? And what do you want?" And Jesus said, "I am Jesus Christ. Yes, they call me king, but my kingdom is not of the world. My kingdom is that where I stand for truth. I came to bear witness to the truth. For I came to love and not to destroy anyone." That is the reason it is said, God so loved the world that He gave His only Son to be our Savior. And that Savior who came not only gave what He wanted to say, but He was ready to die for others. That is why it is said, there is no greater sacrifice than a man dies for others. मेरे प्यारे भाई और बहनों, जब एक सेना का अधिकारी मर जाता है या कोई भी एक युद्ध में मर जाता है, तो अक्सर उसका शरीर जो है, मृत शरीर, अपने घर ले जाया जाता है। और अक्सर कौन मरते हैं? जवान ही मरते हैं। कोई बूढ़े वहां पर लड़ने नहीं जाते, उनकी जिंदगी खत्म हो जाती है। लेकिन वहां आने के बाद उसके घर वाले भी उसको सैल्यूट करते हैं। ऐसा क्यों? क्योंकि वो देश के लिए मरा है और वह मरा है अपने लोगों के लिए। और इसीलिए वो आपकी पत्नी हो, उसके माँ बाप हो, उसका कदर करते हैं, क्योंकि उनके हृदय में चाहे कितना ही उनका ऐसा लगे कि वह रो रहे होंगे, फिर भी उनको मालूम है कि यह शौर्य उन्होंने जो दिखा है वो बहुत बड़ी बात होती है। और इसीलिए उसका नन्हा बेटा भी उसको सैल्यूट करता है, सलाम करता है। मेरे प्यारे भाई और बहनों, आज जब हम यह उत्सव मना रहे हैं, ट्रायम्फ ऑफ द क्रॉस, इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब यह है, हमारे जिंदगी में भी बहुत समय ऐसा होगा जब हमें सामना करना पड़ेगा कठिनाइयों को, और ऐसा लगता है कि हम आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते हैं, सब जगह अंधकार है। स्वयं माता मरियम की माँ मरियम भी ऐसी ही थी। उनको अंधकार ही दिखाई दे रहा था, फिर भी वो डरी नहीं, क्योंकि उसको मालूम था मेरा बेटा किसी काम के लिए आया है, वो मुक्ति देने के लिए आया है, और इसीलिए वो क्रूस पर मरने के लिए तैयार था। My dear friends, as you and I, people who follow Jesus Christ, are not just having a cross with us or seeing a cross here and there, but we need to know the light behind the cross. And that light is light of truth, that light of humility, the light of service, the light of being joyful with others, not of cheating others as we see today all over. People want to rule the world like Hitler. They want to gather something for themselves. That is how they rule. And then what happened? People go against them. But Jesus wasn't there. His kingdom was not that with which he conquered others, but he conquered others by his love, by his humility. And that is exactly what we see today. So my dear friends, as we see the cross today and we venerate this cross, we embrace this cross with love and all that happens to us in our life. There may be a cross because my wife is not okay. There may be a cross because I have lost my job. There may be a cross because people are poor, not able to help me. There are many crosses like my health, etc. But there is a Shakti, there is a power that cross gives to me that nobody else can give. And therefore, when I embrace that cross, then I am embracing the cross of Jesus Christ. And believe me, Jesus says, if you wish to be my disciple, take up your cross and follow me. One who follows me may lose his life, but actually he gains it, because that is the reason why I died on the cross. प्यारे भाई और बहनों, हम आज हर्ष और उल्लास के साथ यह त्योहार मनाएं और एक दूसरों के लिए हम क्रॉस न बनाएं, बल्कि दूसरों के क्रॉस हमारे कंधे पर चढ़ाने के लिए तैयार हो गए। तभी हम यह त्योहार मना सकते हैं हर्ष और उल्लास के साथ, और सदा प्रभु हमारे साथ रहेगा और हमें सांत्वना देगा, हमें आगे बढ़ाने के लिए वो मदद करेगा। थैंक यू एंड गॉड ब्लेस यू।